Shuri has been doing different tests in her lab to save King of Wakanda T'Challa. He has been suffering with a very dangerous disease. A disease that even Wakanda has no cure. But she was unsuccessful. She was trying to remake the same herb. Then Shuri's mother come to her and tell her about her brother's T'Challa's death. The whole tribe was now preparing for T'Challa's funeral. And his body was being transferred to somewhere by a ship. Then we see T'Challa's clips as tribute. It's been a year since T'Challa's death and we see Queen Ramonda in United Nations. There was a meeting with the members of United Nations. And they were demanding Queen Ramonda to hand over vibranium to United Nations, as it is dangerous for world. Queen Ramonda replied by saying not the vibranium, but the governments in the United Nations are dangerous for them. That's why there will be no deal on vibranium. Then we see some people from the government attacked on Vibranium Research Center, so that they can rob the vibranium, but people of Dora Milaje caught them and bring them to the same United Nations meeting, where Queen Ramonda was still in meeting. Ramonda told everyone to not spare anyone if they try to rob vibranium ever again. Some scientists are searching for vibranium in the Atlantic with a machine that was able to detect vibranium in the water. They were successful in getting vibranium. They were attacked while leaving by the people of Talokan who live under the water. They claimed that vibranium belonged to them and they killed everyone including scientists there to protect vibranium. Then we see Namor who crashed a helicopter by himself alone. Ramonda returns back to Wakanda. She visited Shuri's lab. Queen Ramonda knew that Shuri is still sad on her brother's death. She gets Shuri out on the bank of the river, where they were talking about late T'Challa. Then Namor appeared and praised the beauty of Wakanda. He has seen Wakanda for the first time. Namor told them that American scientists reached his underwater vibranium because of Wakanda. One of the scientists had built a machine that can search vibranium under the water. He wanted to catch that scientist at any cost with the help of Wakanda. Next morning Queen Ramonda was discussing with the officials of Wakanda that they should help Namor or not. On the other hand, Shuri was assuming that meteoroid must have fallen in the water same like on Wakanda. Therefore Namor got the vibranium. Queen Ramonda had a serious task of searching that American scientist. Okoye took the responsibility of searching the scientist along with Shuri. Okoye and Shuri went to meet an FBI agent whose name was Ross. Wakanda helped Ross in the previous part. Ross told them that the machine was built by a little girl and he gave them her address. Okoye and Shuri met the same girl who was 19 years old. She told them that she built that machine in only 2 months. She was Riri and will be Ironheart later. Shuri told Riri that FBI and people from Underwater Kingdom are after her because of this machine. Riri took them to a place where she built her iron suit and underwater machine. FBI raided that place and all of them had to run on their own. Okoye took the car and Shuri ran by taking a bike, while Ironheart wore her iron suit and left by flying from the site. Then they faced people of Talokan who were there to take Riri with them. Okoye fought with them but lost the fight very soon. People of Talokan kidnapped Shuri and Riri. FBI and police came to the site in the next morning. Officer Ross was also with them. Ross found a device that belonged to Shuri. Valentina was also with the FBI and police. Next, we see Queen Ramonda. She was told about Shuri kidnap. She dismissed Okoye from her post of general. Ramonda tried to trace Shuri from her lab. But the device was with Officer Ross. Queen Ramonda has only one option now. She met Natia, who was in love with King T'Challa. Natia was a great detective. That is why Queen Ramonda comes to visit Natia seeking her help. She asked Natia to help her find Shuri. Natia then visited a village. People of the village told her about Namor who live under the water. Namor met Shuri. Namor told Shuri about his family history. They lived on land once. But Spanish people evaded their land and they had to change their whereabouts. They have a herb in the water that helped them to lose the ability to breathe on Earth by taking it. Namor was born under the water. When Namor grew up, his mother died. He came to land to bury her mother's body. He saw that people there are still in trouble because of Spanish people. Namor killed everyone there, including a father of church. Father called him Namor, which means cruel child in Spanish. So he named himself Namor. Namor then took Shuri on visit to explore his underwater kingdom. That was very beautiful and had many advanced technologies. He had to protect his kingdom. Namor wanted that girl Riri to protect his underwater kingdom. Shuri told Namor that she will take Riri to Wakanda, and Riri will not be able to build that machine ever again. On the other hand, Natia wore a suit and goes underwater to take Shuri. Namor gives Shuri a bracelet under the water that belonged to his mother. And this bracelet had the same herb that Shuri was trying to make at the start of the movie. Namor told her that he wants to rule the whole world and he needs help from Wakanda, otherwise he will destroy Wakanda. Then Namor goes to Queen Ramonda and told her that he will kill Shuri if Wakanda refuse to help him. At the same time, Natia found Shuri under the water and ran from there by taking Shuri and Riri. Namor was back, and found out that Shuri fled away from his kingdom, and now Shuri knew about Talokan. So he comes to his people and Shuri knew their location now. And they can attack anytime on them. So we had to attack first. Namor attacked Wakanda with his army. This was a large-scale attack and people of Wakanda were drowning in the water. But Natia and other Dora Milaje were taking them in their ship. Namor comes out of the water and attacked Queen Ramonda first. Her whole palace was filled with water. Queen Ramonda sacrificed her life to save Riri's life. Namor threatened Shuri that he will destroy whole Wakanda if they did not help him to rule the world. On the other hand, Officer Ross was arrested by Valentina on the charges of helping Wakanda. Valentina was ex-wife of Officer Ross and they are divorced. On the other hand, Shuri and Riri were in the lab and they found out weakness of Namor. He collects oxygen from water in his body and comes to fight on the land. He can be defeated easily. If the water from his skin is vaporized, he will be in their control. Then preparations of a big war begin in which Riri get busy in building her Iron Heart suit. Shuri appoints Okoye again and have her a suit called Midnight Angel. Shuri is in lab and trying to remake the same herb as in the bracelet of the mother of Namor. And she was successful soon in making that herb. Natia gave Shuri the same herb and Shuri now possessed the powers of Black Panther. Shuri visited her ancestors, but she did not find her brother or Queen Ramonda. Instead, she found Killmonger. Mentality of Killmonger and Shuri was same. As Killmonger killed people in revenge, Shuri also wanted to kill Namor. Shuri then woke up and was sad, because she thought that her brother T'Challa would come to meet her, but it never happened. She has now powers of Black Panther, and comes in front of people of Wakanda, wearing Black Panther suit. She told them that Namor will come to attack again, and they had to make sure to defeat Namor. People of Wakanda were in a big ship and were ready to fight with the people of Namor. They confronted the army of Namor. There was a big fight between both the armies. We see Iron Heart suit for first time. That Iron Heart suit was made by Riri. Shuri was successful in trapping Namor in the ship cleverly. She started to raise the temperature of ship, which will help in drying up water from the body of Namor. Namor started to destroy the ship. Shuri was now taking her ship to a desert and crashed in desert. We see fighting Namor and Shuri there. Namor stabbed Shuri in her belly with a dagger. Namor then tried getting into water but Shuri stopped him from doing so. Shuri blasted her ship, that resulted in burning skin of Namor. Namor was defeated badly. And it was very easy for Shuri to kill Namor. But she didn't kill Namor because Queen Ramonda comes in front of her. Shuri asked Namor to stop his selfishness to rule the world, and she promised to never reveal their secret. Namor accepted his defeat and called his army along with Shuri. Shuri planted the same herb hoping someone in the future would become Black Panther. Everything was fine in the end. M'Baku was king of Wakanda. Officer Ross was set free by Okoye. Riri went back to her home. Shuri went to Natia and burned her funeral dress and remembered her brother T'Challa. In the mid-credit scene, we see that Natia and T'Challa had a son. King T'Challa didn't want his son to see his last moments. So he kept him far away from Wakanda. That child's name was Prince T'Challa, who was look-alike of his father. And the movie ends here. This is Ladybug Recapped. And I will be back tomorrow with a new movie recapped. Like this video, share with your friends and subscribe to support this channel. Thank you.